You're listening to the official Minnesota Wild podcast, presented by Acrisure.
Any update from the injury guys? Rossi, Hartman,
both. No updates on any of them. The timelines haven't changed.
Okay. None are skating on their own or anything like that?
Hartman skated on his own today. The other two have not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where those guys. Who else is out?
Vinny.
And Vinny's still, yeah.
When you say week to week, I mean, are we talking like long or like?
I think Marco's timeline was 2 to 3 weeks from the injury. Hartman was 2 to 3 weeks from the injury. And who am I missing?
Tarasenko.
Wasn't he?
Yeah. He's got the combination of that and an illness. So he's so his had a little bit. His hasn't come as quick. I don't know necessarily with the injury per se where that is at, but he's not. He was not here today because of he's ill.
Okay.
And then Vinny,
Vinny was 4 to 6.
4 to 6, right? Yeah. Spurgeon okay? He came off a little earlier.
Yeah, we just maintenance for him. We'll plan on him going first 3 drills and then get off.
Yeah. He's been playing really, really well, especially the streak you guys are on. Like, what have you noticed overall, kind of how he stabilizes and you guys?
Yeah, Spurgeon's played really well. I think he's played really well all year long. But I think I think the team game is more stabilized, and he's a big part of that. But I just think he's just consistent. He's efficient moving the puck, defending really hard, great positioning, hard at the net front, good on breakouts. His line rush defense is really good. He's gapping and skating, so he's playing at the top of his game right now.
You have some gifted skaters on the blue line, but how much having size like Bogosian has or physicality can make a difference for you guys? You saw the other night in Winnipeg, obviously the hits early on, the blocks with that.
Yeah, it matters. I mean, you have to have size on D for sure. Like just the reach and the ability to play hard in the hard areas, the size in shot lanes, the stick and the reach, and then just the competitiveness that he brings is a welcome addition. And he's a good skating defenseman. He can, one of the things that makes him effective is he's such a good skater.
John, what did you see in Sturm's first game back?
I thought it was good. I thought he got pretty quick actually in a pretty physical, highly contested game. To jump in, I thought he did really well. You could see that he understands what we want to do. You can see I thought you could see at times the impact that he's going to be able to make. But I think I give him a lot of credit for coming off the surgery and getting ready kind of on his own. Only a couple good practices to jump into that game. I thought he looked really good.
Trennan from your past with him, just the physical play that he's bringing in, just the number of hits he's racking up. Is that something new, or what have you seen from him?
No, that's more the reason why we got him was just the way that he played when he was there. Very, very similar now. I think he's the year that he's having this year and style of game that he's playing is more indicative of I think what he brings to a team and the value that he brings. So it's good to see.
He talked about coming into camp in better shape. Just have you seen some of those elements from him too, just stamina and things like that?
I would say stamina. I would say quickness. I think he's a little bit lighter and leaner. I think he's always in good shape. He's just different. I think the adjustments that he made in the offseason, I think have paid dividends for him to be a little bit quicker. Now he's a little quicker and stamina is good. Now you can arrive on time. You can be physical. I think he's a little bit more explosive, and so that's good to see.
Spurgeon, just how is this as good as you've seen him play in your tenure here?
Yeah, I would say that he's been just the consistency that he's playing with, and he's just playing a really efficient game. Like I said, I think his ability to break pucks out and transition the puck has been really smooth and quick, and he's playing like he just sees the option and hits it. I'd say from a defensive standpoint, he's been really good on like his rush defense and his gaps and coming into D zone coverage and D zone. Like we had a video this morning just about some of our D zone coverage, just the amount of times that he's either blocked shots or he's boxing out at the net front against bigger guys. He's been his details are flawless.
It was that game, the November 1 game where he first put him back with Jake and kind of got both guys away from the rookies or the young guys. Do you think that it was imperative just to get him feeling more comfortable with a partner that he was used to and not eating minuses and from a trust point of view?
Yes, for sure. I think it was very similar to Fabes. I think when he made that change, right, was just that
same game, right?
Yeah,
back on the
putting back on power play and then all 4 guys. Yeah, I think that there's a trust factor. I mean, it was it was hard on him with the minuses. You know, he cares, like he wants to keep the puck out of the net, and I think now he's back to even or plus maybe right now. So I think that was a good get him back. You know, sometimes that's what happens if a guy's, like I said, I think if guys are struggling or something doesn't seem right, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not trying or they're not good. Sometimes it could be a combo or a mindset type of thing. And, you know, since then he's played great.
John, with Malstead, what do you feel like he gains from playing that with Gus and just having Gus be the other guy in this game?
I think two things. One is that I think they have very similar to Fleury and Gus last year. I think there's a very good relationship there. I think that they push each other. I think that they can talk with each other about certain things. They are competing against each other, but it's a healthy competition. And I think that there's a trust there. I think that it's nice when you know that if the other guy's going to play, that you know you can count on him to be able to do his job. And I think in the amount of games and things, there is something about mental freshness for the goalies at times. I think there are times we may ride someone, but I think the way it goes right now, the tandem and the way they work together has been good.
So probably Gus tomorrow, you probably think? If you go
I got to finalize that.
Most goalies, I mean, most coaches don't like to change after a shutout. You've done, this could be the fourth time tomorrow. Have you sort of set that precedent, and what makes you not worry about superstition and things like that?
Really, the way both guys are playing, to be honest. I think that they both earned it. I think that the team game in front of them is a lot sharper and better, and it's good. I think you can keep, kind of like I go back to saying, even if you look at the game schedule we're coming into now, right? It's going to be a 7:30 game, back home 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Thanksgiving, play at 2:30, play again at 7. So, to me, it's when both goalies are playing as well as they're playing and as solid as they're playing, then I think the rotation's been good.
Foligno, when he came out after the fight, that was just a hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, nothing from that. No, like you seen flying.
I think it was just it was a cut.
Yeah, from the
visor. Yeah.
Hey, Coach, just getting back to the physicality. I know we were talking about Trennian earlier. There's been such an uptick in the month of November. I think the Wild in November have the most hits in the month. Was there something that was spoke about in the locker room that was an area that needed to come to the forefront, or has it just been more of a byproduct of the way the team's playing? It's more of a direct game.
I think it's both. It is something that I think when you look at the team and the makeup of the team, that's something that we can use. We think we can use as a competitive advantage because of the type of guys that we have. So I think there's a willingness to do that throughout the lineup, not just like even if you look at guys like Zuki, Kirill, Bolds, guys that are offensive-minded players. I mean, they're right in the mix too with competing and physicality, and then in turn, I think the style of game and the speed in which we're playing with sets us up to be able to be in positions to do that.
It felt like that string line, you were able to use them in a matchup situation too when you couldn't get the act line out there. Like, how much is it comfortable to have a couple different lines it seems like you could do that with? Yeah,
it's definitely something that we'd like to be able to utilize, and that was one of the reasons we had we got Sturmy. And I think if you look at that line, all three guys penalty kill, all three guys are big, strong veteran players. That Sturmy's good in the face-off circle, so I think it does give you some leniency if you can't get a matchup or you want to get away from one, or guys need a little bit of a breather. You can utilize that line in different ways.
Good. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
The best place to go for all your Minnesota Wild audio needs is the official Minnesota Wild podcast presented by Acrisure. Everything Minnesota Wild related, including highlights, press conferences, players, coaches, general managers, and more. It's available on the official Minnesota Wild podcast presented by Acrisure. It's all just a click away at wild.com/podcast.